Okay, I'm in the test garden here, and it's been raining a little bit for the last week or so, and the ground has been super dry here. And I got my Anfibio in 20 kilohertz frequency, my ISAT's at 0, and I'm in 3-tone. Missed that 9-inch clad $half in 3-tone here, 20 kilohertz. Smacking it. I'm not getting any numbers, but it's the tone. I'll raise my volume up here a little bit so you guys can hear it. Okay. Just give me 30s, but the tone is awesome, man. I would definitely dig that up. That is definitely a digger. So the Anfibio works really good in wet ground. Pretty much most detectors work really good in wet ground. Once the ground gets a little bit more conductive, the detectors work a lot better. Listen to that tone, man. It's not really giving me any numbers there, you know, but it's the tone, man. Now I'll go down to 14 kilohertz frequency. Banging on a little bit better there. Now it's giving me numbers, right? Now it's giving me numbers. But I don't really look at the numbers too much when I'm swinging. I'll look at the numbers right before I dig the target up. I've already decided to dig that target up. That's when I look at the numbers. But it bangs it really good in 14 kilohertz. Now I'll go down to 5 kilohertz frequency. It really hit it. Oh yeah. Look at that. 80s, 90s. 9-inch clad $half, 9 inches deep. Now I'll change frequencies. Now I'll change modes on this, and I'll show you what the difference between the modes and the frequencies are. Now I'll go back up to 20 kilohertz frequency. That's usually what I hunt in, because I want to use a detector that I want to go to sites where detectors haven't really swung over too much in higher frequencies, right? Because you just get different stuff with different frequencies. And I'll show you in 4-tone mode, ISAT 0. It's really chattery. And this is that same clad $half. This thing is deadly in 4-tone. But in 4-tone, I get a lot of deep iron, man. It just, those deep nails sound exactly like that. So I'm digging up a lot of deep nails. Hitting it really hard. And I'll go to 99-tone here, or 5-tone. I can swing over it fast too, and I'm still getting that high chirp there. But that's exactly what iron sounds like, right? In the 4 and 5-tone. Now I'll go to 99-tone. .99 has a modulated tone, so it's really chattery in 99-tone. And now I'll go over to this clad $half here, or no, the silver quarter with a bunch of iron all around it and on top of it. Just a really dirty hole here. I'll go in 3-tone in 20 kilohertz. Just sounds like iron, right? It's not hitting it very good. But I'm still getting that high tone in there. With the Anfibio, you really got to listen for those tones. That's why I don't really have a lot of videos out with the Anfibio, because I have to have my headphones on to really listen for those tones. And I can't have my headphones on when I'm making videos. I want you guys to hear what I'm hearing. And it's a deep one. It's about 9 inches deep with a bunch of iron. It's a really dirty hole. Irony hole, but listen to that. I'm still getting that high tone in there with that. So it's a mixed tone. It's a broken tone, but I'm still getting that high tone in there, right? And in 3-tone, I'll go to 4-tone. Really a lot of iron. So 4-tone, the separation of the iron separation is not nearly as good as in 4-tone. So that's why when I start clearing out of sight, getting all the trash out, I'll put it in 4-tone and get those deeper targets out. And the 3-tone, it's just 3 tones, you're gonna dig a lot of stuff, shallower, closer to the surface. And it's the iron separation and the target separation is extremely fast in 3-tone. I hunt in 3-tone majority of the time. Not a whole lot of sites that I go to that I'm putting it in 4-tone. There is a few sites, and I've still gotten some silver with this machine in 4-tone, but it's just the 4-tone I just get so much iron here, and I'll even go down to 5 kilohertz frequency here. It'll hit that a lot better. See, I'm still getting those high tones in there. But I usually don't have my detector in 5 kilohertz frequency because it drains the batteries real fast, right? I can't hunt a whole day in 5 kilohertz frequency or my batteries will die. Usually I have my battery pack on when I'm hunting in 5 kilohertz frequency. And then I'll go over to 14 kilohertz and try to hit this silver quarter here with all the iron around it. It's not hitting it. Now here's the thing that I wanted to show you here. This is a silver nickel, a war nickel at 6 inches deep. See how it's reading the lower 20s there? 20s. Sounds just like foil, right? Sounds just like some Cancel or something. And I dig up a lot of nickels with this because I dig up a lot of foil. And I'll stick it in 20 kilohertz frequency, that what I normally have it in. It just smacks that thing. Smacks at 20s, in the 20s. You know, usually those nickels read up just all different numbers. You know, sometimes they read up in the 80s. It's just there's no rhyme or reason to it. Here's a silver dime right here, mercury dime. 30s, 40s, 60s, 50s, 20s. It's a 6-inch mercury dime. I'm getting a few higher tones there. I'll go to 4-tone right here. See that? The recovery speed on the 4-tone is so slow, man. It's barely hitting that dime, man. And it's set at 0. The ISAT's at 0. My gain is at 89. This is 4-tone, man. That's a dime. That's a mercury dime at 6 inches. Now I'll put it back in 3-tone. A lot tighter signal. The coins sound really tight in 3-tone. That's why I like it. In 4-tone, you really have to swing slow to get that tight signal. See, that's that quarter that's in that trashy, in that around all those square nails, right? I'm still getting that high tone. This big coil does really good in the wet ground. Listen to that. That is a beautiful signal. Even though I'm getting no numbers, that is a beautiful signal, man. That's a dig me up all day long, right? But the simplex can come right through here and smack all of these targets out. I mean, just straight up. I mean, just slaughter this test garden in all conditions, man. And you'll get good numbers on the simplex. But with the Anfibio really thrives if you have different coils on it other than this one right here. I use my Anfibio mostly with my smaller coils on it. Why would I use my Anfibio with this big coil on it if it's not performing very well in the dump? I'm sure it is smacking that coin right there, but it's not smacking it very good. Not as good as the simplex. The simplex with the same size coil on it will just slaughter this test garden here. I mean, big time. At all times of the year, man. Very few times that the simplex has not really performed very well in this test garden. And it was dry here this summer. It was extremely dry. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe.